Ladies, gentlemen, my fellow squirm musketeers, come dressed in your best suits and dresses, because we are now about to partake in the finale case of Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, the crossover.
I have one with black cats on it, so hopefully I won't be accused of being a witch in the process.
I'm wearing the England football shirt. Does that count?
Is it formal?
It's football, so it's about.
What are you going to do when they ask you what England is?
Just tell them it's the only country in the UK you've heard of.
I don't know what the UK is.
Oh dear. Yeah, I don't know why we're doing this again, because this is supposed to be a lead into the trial bit, but go on.
Oh, this is the only bit I'm going to get in this part, so fuck it, I'm going to narrate it.
And skip.
Yeah, whatever.
But yes.
Whatever. I've got big plans.
Regardless,
you will not be paid.
Regardless of what may come in the far future, let us enjoy the beginning of this trial, which, as I mentioned, has had a ton of build-up, and boy, do they have quite a bit to show for it.
That's the big thing about, they've been building up this for this moment.
It's finally starting. The last witch trial.
The witch's court will no longer serve any purpose once the great witch Espella is burned.
All these people are going to have to find jobs.
Unless the prophecy is wrong.
I'm high again. But Espella isn't Espella. I'm not buying it one bit.
Yeah, I've already moaned about that in the last couple of parts. I'm not going to keep on.
I mean, the storyteller is her father.
And...
yeah.
I mean...
That would make him a shit one. I don't know what happened between them, but her father would never do that to his child.
Have his child kill him.
I forgot that I don't think Justice for All mentioned. We never know who Maya's father was.
We know that he's dead, I believe. It was more
also, Maya... No, go on.
Basically, Maya's father died. Pearl's father just outright abandoned her mother, and I think we all recall what became of the second father. Well, actually, no, let's see. First father... Oh yeah, the first father birthed Dahlia and Iris. Second father was the one who birthed Pearl. Both left. It feels like this whole case is
considering one of those children was Dahlia, maybe that father was driven away, I don't know.
That's the thing, the father took Dahlia in the father took Dahlia in the divorce.
Crap, my wife gave birth to the Antichrist.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's why it's so vital that we expose the real witch behind all this. We've got to do it during this trial.
That's probably it's probably what Vince McMahon said to Shane McMahon. I will never forgive your mother for giving birth to you.
Oh, by the way.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. Also, Maya, you saw how Von Karma treated Edgeworth. You know what a parent is capable of doing to their child.
What are you going to do during this trial? I mean, if you were thinking about watching or assisting...
What? You mean you don't want me to be by your side?
I can't imagine why. Just nurse this pipe-shaped wound on my head. Again, pipe-shaped wound, Maya.
You're such a cold-hearted guy, Nick.
That's not what I mean. Look, let me finish before you start jumping to conclusions.
Oh, thank Christ.
Let me knock some sense into you again.
No, there's no pipes around for that. What I was going to say is, you can't let people see you. You're supposed to be, dead. You were cast into the flames, remember?
Oh, so now you're worrying about that.
Also, the guard is standing right behind us, unless it's a cardboard cutout. Oh, right. That. You mean after I was on trial for the murder of Sir Top Hat?
Hey, hold on, you mean that Maya is impulsive and usually jumps into things? I mean, this looks in character to me.
I mean, at least she's letting Phoenix explain, unlike what we saw recently.
Don't underestimate me, Sir Blue Knight.
Huh?
I've already got it covered.
Oh, why do I have a bad feeling
I'm
about
gonna wear
this?
glasses.
I brought my squirrel to protect me.
Oh.
Check it out. I brought this with me.
Check it out.
With a masterful disguise, I shall be transformed into Maya the Ironclad. Also,
Okay.
it's better than glasses, but
Okay.
I don't think it'll quite work.
Okay, Tio, she's rolling for a new character. What are her stats?
Terrible, because that's not fooling anyone.
I found it in Barnum's room and figured I'd borrow it for a while.
See, Barnum is in this case, sort of.
My name.
Also, it takes a while to actually roll the stats, Jovah, trust me.
Don't tell me you're going to the trial like that.
I sure am. Can't be Maya the Ironclad without being clad in some iron.
Really
What are
not
you
going
saying
to-
over there? I say, who are you?
Let's just hope Barnum doesn't flip out if he sees you wearing his trusty headgear.
He's
probably
fired, he won't need
confined
it.
in jail and completely bottled up with aspirins at this point.
Anyway, I'm going to do what I can to help.
So at this point, he's
God,
numb
it's
to the
not-
pain.
We've got to save Espella, right?
Right. We will. Come on. Let's get going.
Let's move
Like
with a purpose.
Like Sam from Death Stranding would say. Huh. So Phoenix is Mario and Espella is Princess Peach.
Yep. It's time to break whatever bad spell Espella's under and put an end to these witch trials once and for all.
Also, Sam doesn't take aspirins, he drinks and Monster Energy drinks.
You're okay with that, aren't you, Espella?
We're out of monster, so I have cider.
Yeah, that's what I've got.
Alright, here we go. Yep, special courtroom made for this very trial.
Welcome everyone to Wembley Stadium. We are live for the final witch trial. This is
Like I
Twitch and
said.
your special commentator Jovah Hexion here for the big match.
There's a
Again,
ton
this is
of
the
people out
coolest
there,
looking
Nick.
courtroom in the history of the franchise. Holy shit. That
And I
looks
will give it this. This cutscene
do
is
this.
great build up for it.
Come on.
I mean, look at this shit.
Let the trial begin! And I must say, Dwibs, it's looking to be a lively event here. We've got a full moon to light the setting and everything.
But now let's head over
As
to our judge.
scheduled,
Judge.
the trial of Espella Cantabella shall commence.
I hope no one is actually freezing their asses out.
Well, with all the fire
right,
around, I'm
fire
sure
and
we'll be
court,
warm.
yeah.
Are
Well,
you
remember,
ready
we're
now
used to that
to
fire,
cross
but
your
in a close
swords of
space, you
justice?
remember, in the internal court.
The Knights of the Inquisition have spent countless years trying to track down the elusive Great Witch. The secret of her identity shall finally be brought to light in this very court. All those present, pay attention, so that the truth may be burned into your memory.
Is burn the right
Today,
word,
the
madam?
legend of the
I'm sure
Witch
people are very
will
sensitive
become a
about
closed
that.
chapter in the history of
Yeah, and there you go.
Labyrinthia.
That's her pointing at him. And yeah, you even see the.
Yeah.
The crowd is getting very...
Well, don't I get a chant?
No.
You could cut the atmosphere with a knife.
I mean, with all due respect, madam, while you are the High Inquisitor,
But at the
Bonham
same
was
time,
pretty much the hype
Oddly
man.
subdued.
And now, the whole truth shall be revealed to all. The moon, eye of the night, shall bear witness to that. Don't you agree, Defender?
That's Sir Blue Knight to you.
Yeah. Sir Blue
Who the
Knight
heck
of the
calls you
Wind.
that?
Your Honor, the defense is ready.
Again, you should be saying my
How
lord.
regrettable. I see you won't allow yourself to be provoked.
Ha!
Vocal
I'm not
tracks
gonna
were
fall for the
wasted on
same
that
thing
game.
Barnum fell for.
You may now begin your opening statement, High Inquisitor Darklaw.
And not only do we get a custom
New
courtroom,
game,
we get a custom opening courtroom theme. Go on, Shiroi.
People of Labyrinthia, the story has ended.
Okay, what's going on? All right, and that's
Okay.
everybody.
Well then.
Its end has been sealed through the storyteller's death.
We are literally on the back page right now.
You see,
Yeah, come on.
ladies and gentlemen, the writer died, so there's nobody else to finish the script. So
This is what we call a prologue.
It's an epilogue, isn't it? Prologue's the beginning of the
Yeah, I
story.
screwed that up. Never mind.
well, actually,
Foul
sure,
embodiment of evil.
actually, right, Beyond Two Souls puts the prologue at the end of the timeline. So if you're thinking in David Cage terms, it works.
Oh my god, he's right.
For all the problems I have with this game, I could never compare it to something he makes.
Never, no.
I'm sure you're all.
I mean, that's obvious. I'm just saying, like, you clearly were thinking in David Cage terms there by putting the prologue at the end.
Excuse me, but Miss Cantabella clearly looks out of it.
Not our problem.
Alright, let's try this again. Today at dusk, the tragedy unfolded right in front of us all.
Yeah, burning and explosion.
Giant fire dragon descended into the town square, devouring the storyteller.
Yeah, who cares? I'm more concerned about the poor grass that were burnt.
Yeah, he was a dick anyway. It was a nightmare vision that we shall never be able to forget.
I was there.
Write the story. Who will write our roles now?
I'll do it. I'll volunteer, fuck it.
That fearsome fire beast, of which we had only heard tell through legend, returned at the hand of the Great Witch.
Of the Great Witch. There, it's just flying off my fingers right now.
Right.
I do not require a ghostwriter.
Indeed. It was just as in the illustrations of the legendary fire. Darklaw, if you keep interrupting me, I'm gonna make sure you're the ghost.
I spoke before you started speaking, and the girl, within those heart lies the Great Witch herself, has committed her final and whatever. The crime of patricide.
Oh, snap.
My cool gauntlet commends you.
May this trial serve as an offering.
You know, honestly, it looks like there's no one in the seas. Is this being held during COVID?
Go on.
An offering to the storyteller who can be with us no longer.
Alas.
I dedicate my performance in this trial to my boss, the storyteller.
Thank you, High Inquisitor. The Inquisition may now begin proceeding. Wait, you've already begun the proceedings, haven't you?
As I have said, this unthinkable crime took place in the town square, within plain sight of all labyrinthians.
So
we're in
basically,
the square.
everyone here is a witness.
Well, everyone that was at the square at the time. Yeah, someone else might have been asleep.
Well, shame on that person, Amir.
Everyone is a witness. Surely there can be no need for a formal interrogation.
No. You're not making a shortcut that easily through this trial, miss.
I suggest you mind your temper, Defender.
Oh, you want to go down that alley with me, I see.
In a few moments, you will have no option but to accept the truth.
That you were once
yeah.
having a Skywalker, my father.
Once we hear it from the very mouth of the accused.
Oh. From Espella.
Hey, also, guys, it's a parallel to the first trial in the real world.
Huh. Yep.
The Inquisition hereby demands that the accused, Espella Cantabella, testify about her crime.
Yeah. Because she's clearly out of it, she's going to conveniently say what you want her to say.
Fortunately, there's a way, they can do that in this case.
Or rather, that she confessed to it. Interesting how Espella is pretty much always out of it when Darklaw's around.
Also, Dwebs, you're gonna have to prove that I brainwashed her. You never saw me do that.
Also, another thing, we noticed the fact that Eve was in the same cage as Espella. This is something that I will mention also later.
Bring what's her name down to the witness stand.
This is it. The last trial.
Yeah, we know you.
likelihood, Espella will admit to the charges, because that's how she rolls. I have only one chance to break whatever spell she's under.
Yeah, okay. That's kind of a thing with Shutakumi. At times, it kind of lays things on a bit thick.
When she testifies, there are bound to be some clues in the truth there. To be fair, Dwibs, this is inner monologue, so you kind of get a free pass for the characters to lay it on thick in there. And
so it'd be worse if we were saying it out loud.
Yes. Trust me, that about a context can change stuff.
Now that you're here, witness,
Because then you have to wonder, who is he talking to?
state your name and tell us your real name as well.
Oh, no.
I am Espella Cantabella.
Oh god, she said it in red to you.
Cantabella,
Oh,
but I have another name too.
Oh.
Bazella.
Faye.
It's...
Well, trial's over. Can we go home now?
No, that.
yeah, never mind that she was clearly out of it.
That would be funny, Glibs. Espella turns out to be Kratos' second wife.
Oh god.
Did you really
She's a
do
little
it,
young,
bitch?
ain't she?
But you are the Great Witch! You openly concede that you are Miss Bazella herself, the cause of all evil and destruction!
Objection, Your Honor, she's actually...
back in these days.
Objection, Your Honor, she's actually saying that she's Bazella, the Witch of Kindness and Mercy.
Yeah.
I'll do it. Don't see Espella.
And I'm sure Valpurgisnacht is a German term for for a girl still.
I mean, she killed her own father. How dare she kill our beloved storyteller?
We don't want a trial. We want to see a burn. Burn. Burn.
He wrote the story this way!
And then the judge is like, well, that's enough for me.
The Inquisition was right. The accused herself has spoken. It would seem there is no need for an interrogation.
Wait, hold on. We can't have all this build-up and just end things in seconds.
Yes, we
It's
can.
like Von
I
Karma
assure
tried
you
to
there
do-
is
it's
none.
Like, it's like what Von Karma tried to do it in the first game.
Yeah. And what his
You have
daughter tried to
5
do in the
minutes.
second game.
The only possible verdict has been clear to everyone from the very beginning.
Yeah, I'm surprised no one's tried the whole the real killer says what for.
Yeah.
Wait a
this
minute.
series.
Who said that?
I can imagine that being used as a joke in this series. Let's hear Espella's, the accused side of the story.
Great disguise, Maya.
Magic exists in this world, right? So if you think about it... I'm going somewhere. Espella could be under the influence of a spell too.
Could be.
Yeah, I know, right?
Nothing, Maya. Not for nothing, Maya, but your argument is self-defeating. If she is under a spell, obviously she wouldn't realize that she's under a spell and she can confess to that. So...
Exactly.
What I would like to know is this.
Why the fuck do we care?
Just who in the world are you, young knight?
Oh, about that.
I'm so glad we're progressive enough to have female knights.
Oh, me?
Well, we're gonna see one later.
How to put it? I feel as if we've met somewhere before.
It's a very common phrase.
It
I
was.
get that a lot.
Where was it again?
We haven't. It's just your imagination, Your Honor. I mean, my lord.
Yay, she says the right
Oh!
word.
Oh, hey, look, a little
Oh,
reference to
I am.
Turnabout Sisters.
I'm with Sir Blue Knight. Not in a romantic way, of course.
Too late, the shippers have already latched
And there you
onto
go.
it.
And there you go.
Yeah, I
Takumi
ship this too.
but guys, Takumi just shut that ship down.
Sorry.
Yes, and, don't comment
Take
on the
again.
helmet, please.
I can believe that, but at the same time, you will not convince me that, Iris was that they were introduced as a way to, divert the attention from this.
Oh, no. I
Or-
absolutely ship Iris and Phoenix.
No, it's not a matter of that, Jovah. I'm talking about them being more, more obviously proving than organically introduced.
Also, Pedro, the writers can say and do whatever they want. It's their story, but we shippers, like, I can assure you, we don't care.
What is the trope that is the proper counter to the word of God? Forgot it actually has a name.
One more
Fan
god
and
reject.
discontinuity?
No. That's...
Fanon?
Whatever. I'll search in the meantime.
Although I do wonder where you required that particular helmet. Well, why is that? A helm of that ilk is not something you can simply purchase from a street stall.
Oh no.
Because
You're telling me you don't have a gift shop?
I understand what you mean, Shira, because the two characters we're gonna play in Neo the Worms with you, even despite being friends, the fan base loves to ship those two. So.
Yeah, finders keepers, eh?
Well, I found it in the forest. Finders keepers, you know.
What are you doing, Maya? You promised me you wouldn't try any attention.
Wait, wait, what did you say?
I
What
whispered
was
that
it?
last bit. You didn't hear it.
Sorry, Nick. I lost it a bit.
You had it.
A bit.
A bit.
Anyway, the defense's opinion is as follows. Clearly this knight is just Barnham's lover, and that's why she has his helmet. We should hear the defendant's testimony before coming to a verdict.
Meanwhile, Rouge is in the audience like, excuse me, bitch?
Yeah.
I
Oh,
bet you didn't exchange a single puzzle with him.
there may be some things even she isn't aware of.
How amusing. As this to be the last witch trial ever held, perhaps it is only fitting that we cross swords before you accept your defeat.
Okay, Darklaw, word of advice, never say something is the last ever thing, because odds are it's not going to be the last ever thing.
It's Swindlers is going to be my last movie, I swear. This is it, guys. This is my last movie this time. I
Or
swear.
Sakurai whenever he says, Smash Brothers Brawl is going to be my last Smash game.
This of your involvement in...
Oh, hey, Espella finally seems to be back in normal.
It's like Brett Keane saying he's gonna quit YouTube a million times in whatever.
I finally realized that Bazella has been laying dormant within me. Once evening fell and the rain ceased, I climbed up the wooden stairs of the bell tower and awaited the parade. I waited for my father's speech to end, and then I summoned the fire dragon.
Well, she doesn't look out of it now.
I don't know why I killed my father. It's not
He was
like
a
he
dick
taught me like
anyway,
that or
so-
anything.
Okay, in that case, I guess this is good enough for me. Guilty.
Hold on.
Guilty.
That was a very unusual testimony.
Like
When you
that,
use magic against your father,
Did you have a lot of mana points?
were you doing so as a Espella Cantabella or as the Great Witch Bazella?
Because if you have dual personality things, we can possibly charge the other personality.
It's the old way. She has to sleep to recharge the charges of the spell.
I thought you were gonna say that we're operating on Final Fantasy 13 logic, where there's no MP.
Oh god.
It matters not. And actually it does.
The Inquisition has ingeniously solved the query by disregarding it.
Okay, I call favoritism.
Yeah, she didn't even answer the question. She just went, actually, no, Your Honor. And you went, okay.
What matters
She's
is
like
that
a-
Bazella exists within this girl.
Are you sure you're not a witch?
She's like one of those YouTubers going, insert piece of media here is terrible, shut up.
Okay, to her credit, she does have the logic that as long as the witch is within Espella, she's guilty.
But don't you have like any practices to like get rid of that kind of thing? Seems like something you would have.
Espella has admitted the charges, just as I suspected, which means this is going to be an uphill battle. Fun.
It's gonna be fun.
Guilty.
I just have to hope I can find some contradictions in her testimony.
I mean, you're joking this, but honestly, realistically speaking, the judge right now has everything he needs for a verdict.
If I don't, we can kiss this trial goodbye.
The defense may begin the interrogation.
So yeah, in
We'll
classic
do our
Ace,
best. No, go on.
in classic Ace Attorney tradition, for the final trial, the stakes are pretty much pressed down on you the hardest. So don't mess up.
Well,
Should I see it?
It's,
Oh, go on.
it's kind of like how I talk about Dr. House with this. Yeah, we could have an episode where the patient just has a simple cold, but that wouldn't make for a very interesting episode now, would it?
Yeah, that would be very boring.
Yeah.
Alright then. It's cross-examination time. Hold it!
Hold it!
You say you finally realized.
Yes, I've always had a feeling, but my memory is rather hazy. I've always felt as though I'm not who I think I am, and that I've forgotten something very important. Incidentally, when did you become aware of Bazella's presence within you?
5 minutes ago.
It was when I went to the Great Archive with Mr. Layton and Luke.
Oh,
It was actually
thanks,
about
Layton.
5 days ago.
Hashtag thanks, Layton.
It was the mural, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Ever since I saw the mural depicting Bazella, I started having strange flashbacks. I saw things from the distant past, memories of the legendary fire.
As you just saw in the background.
The legendary fire.
The very same.
Oh, you were old enough to remember.
Yeah, this is where I guess I'll take over. Go on.
I saw it. I was there when it happened. I saw the tower consumed by flames.
By Jove. You couldn't have. That's impossible. Impossible. The legendary fire occurred over 100 years ago, and there were no survivors.
And how are their descendants?
That's what I was gonna ask. But it's true. I remember it happening.
Oh, that's good enough for me. Guilty.
You're all terrible at your jobs because I'm Bazella.
Yes, you keep saying that.
Using that word.
Also, why is it your eyes keep going from being possessed to not possessed and possessed again?
Hold it! You summoned the fire dragon with that spell granting him, right? And I assume, Your Honor, that is what is supposedly the spirit of Bazella going through her? That or she is high on some cocaine.
She's high on life.
How nice, because she
Very
may not
selective
have life
cocaine.
if we lose this trial.
Yes, that's the one. Although, I won't say it now. I'm sure something terrible would happen if I did.
That's a good point, actually. By their logic, she could pretty much just cast a spell.
It's okay. It's okay. We
Oh,
can
this
just give her a phoenix. Go on.
That's fine, absolutely fine. No need to prove that statement. In fact, the court forbids you to prove it.
Of course I won't say it.
Ha
Yes.
ha ha ha.
Come on.
It's okay.
This is supposed to be the Great Witch?
It's okay. If she loses her life, we just have to use a phoenix down on her.
Look at her. There's no way Espella is a witch.
Of course we can use a Phoenix down.
I'm
We
the
got
witch.
Phoenix right here.
Must
Not
be like
sure
you said,
if
Nick.
it's useful for that.
Someone's cast an evil spell on her.
I don't know, Tio. That
must
comic
be a
that
witch.
literally had Phoenix reviving Aerith says otherwise. Something in this testimony keeps nagging at me. I just need to figure out what.
And somebody in the attendance goes, "Oh, she must be a witch. She turned into a newt." I got better.
She turned me into a gold statue.
Uh,
No, guys, this is a very easy problem to solve. If
Objection!
she lays-
Vigilantes were guarding the bell tower all day.
Not very well, but still.
Alas.
Is that the vigilante's report?
Indeed. And
Is it
according to
updated,
this,
Unfortunately, I think it's a bit harder to update these.
the vigilantes have been constantly guarding the entrance to the bell tower ever since it appeared.
Interesting.
Allow me, Darklaw, to show you the keys to my victory. However, there is nothing about Espella going up the tower in their report.
That is true.
Objection!
Objection! Your memory must have failed you. That girl is a witch. The Great Witch at that.
What, is there a spell that makes people forget now?
Well, I guess one that can make you invisible, ideally. We did had one presented before.
It's
There you
only
go.
natural to assume that you use something akin to invisibility magic.
There you go, Tio. Takumi's got your number.
No, I did.
Well, there's more me that said that, but yeah.
Isn't that so, witness? Yes. I used an invisibility spell to enter the tower.
Objection! The prosecution is leading.
Overruled.
Even magic follows certain rules in this world.
Except when they're my rules.
And your mistake was letting me learn those rules.
Well, I'm about to throw the book with knowledge at you. Witches need to be holding a Telea Magica in order to use magic. Ha! And you weren't in possession of one at the time.
But she is the Great Witch. She doesn't need the Telea Magica.
Oh,
Objection!
objection! How horrifying your ignorance is.
Oh, well, that was rude. Excuse me.
Do you honestly think the difference between a regular witch and the Great Witch wasn't in name alone?
Well,
I'm pointing at you with my awesome gloves.
they are awesome.
Great Witch,
Laws of
unlike other witches, can command any magic she desires without the use of the scepter.
Objection! That's news to me. Why doesn't anybody tell me these things?
And Darklaw's like, I fail to see how that's my problem.
yeah.
Every
Yeah, it was kind of obvious, Phoenix, I'm sorry.
Skill issue for Phoenix.
Yeah, skill issue.
God damn it.
A witch's scepter could... Yeah, whatever. Whoever heard of a Great Witch that could only use 2 spells?
Yeah, not very great if she can only use 2 spells.
Ah!
Come on. I mean,
She
imagine
chooses.
imagine if you only have fire and bolt as your spells, but you don't have cure.
The Great
Order.
Witch!
In any case, this should convince you the accused entered the tower.
Oh. This is... a step showing footprints?
Stairs. It was raining before the parade reached the town square.
Of course.
Obviously, if you walk through muddy streets before climbing up a staircase, you will inevitably leave footprints on the steps. Also, yes, steps are pretty evil on their own. This sketch shows that there were indeed muddy footprints present on the bell tower stairs. And since you'd no doubt be quick to ask, I can tell you that they match the sole of the accused's shoes.
Well, damn it.
It's certain that the accused climbed up the bell tower after the rain had fallen.
Very well. The court accepts this sketch as evidence. Like that.
I almost pity you, Defender.
Most.
Gasp.
The evidence you threw in our faces with such verve was sadly useless.
Shouldn't
Verve.
be nerve. Shouldn't
No,
be
no,
nerve.
no, verve.
Is verve even a word?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is a word.
What does that mean?
It means the spirit and enthusiasm, which
Indeed.
technically
It was
Phoenix
indeed
did
the
have
will.
when he did that.
That's why we didn't have any problems. Let's not waste time. If you could carry on with the interrogation.
That is, if the defender hasn't run out of ideas yet.
The judge seems
Oh,
ready
it's
to
tough.
announce the verdict any second now. I've got to find a
Phoenix,
flaw in
quick.
her testimony and fast.
Phoenix, quick. Suggest that we have to weigh her, see if she weighs the same as a duck.
What?
That's not how
remember
their
seeing
logic system works here, unfortunately. Hold it!
Dare I ask?
I'll get that. Sure. Have you ever seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail?
Of course she has. We literally did a commentary on it.
Yeah, I forgot.
I'll get back to you.
I think I know exactly what was bothering me about it.
Also, you can tell Darklaw's never dealt with Phoenix. She doesn't have a migraine yet.
True that. When I'm through with her, oh, she may be running for the asylum.
And the paracetamol tablets.
Let's at least leave them in the suppositories.
Yes.
I mean, just a little bit OP, please nerf. That's probably what makes the Great Witch, well, great. She'd be a pretty sorry Great Witch if she can only use 2 spells.
Yeah, but I'm the
That's
Great
true.
Witch because the spells are very powerful.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, because you see, in most cases when the witch uses the fire spell, it only makes a really small fire. Whereas if I use it, the whole world would be set into flames.
Continue the interrogation.
Hold
I don't know why I
it!
killed my... I mean, I know why he's a knob.
And maybe because you didn't kill him.
Objection!
Objection! It's useless, defender.
Game over, man. Game over.
Witness. Who killed the storyteller?
Oh,
It was me.
I just don't want them to somebody's up.
For a shut case. Because there's... Dwebs, you're telling me that people in the Middle Ages are stupid?
Also, mob
No.
Like,
mentality.
Darklaw literally points at her every time she gets like this.
Huh.
No one's putting 2 and 2 together.
I know my eyeballs don't exactly work great, but Jesus Christ, you people are useless. That is a fact that cannot be changed.
Wanna
you all are
bet?
useless. It is common knowledge that all things written in the story will become a reality, including my victory, even
I
though
didn't
he's
win.
dead.
I didn't win the bingo game last night, so this is bullshit.
What is bingo? And Bazella's appearance has been written into the story's final chapter.
It's a new game I made up, and I lost my own game.
It sounds like you problem.
Hey, Dwebs. Bingo! But for what?
In other words, everything happens in the corners of the storyteller's, story.
So can you all just see that he wrote his own death and we can move on from this bullshit?
Well, we still gotta
Yes,
attack
sir.
the person responsible, Shiroi.
It all
But he
is
wrote it!
It's all going according to Mr. Taquino. We'll call him Taquino. Taquino.
You know.
Pedro, that literally means turkey by language.
Well,
You're
all the more
kidding
reason for
me.
to do that. Well, that
Really?
makes my joke- oh, there you go. That joke has a double meaning.
Uh?
Still,
Wait,
Oh no.
and
Wait.
then the cat comes in.
Cat girls rise up.
Go
Meow.
away, you fiend.
Meow.
No.
Shut up. Meow. Eve. Nick, look, check it out. It's Eve. She must be here to root for Espella.
Well, I guess we'll have some support.
Great!
That said, I don't think a cat's emotional support is going to help us all that much.
How
Does-
dare you, fucking
When
dog
does a cat
people.
give emotional support?
Plenty,
Well,
how dare.
This is an unexpected intrusion. But as we're in the middle of an interrogation, I will ask the witness to carry on with her testimony.
Sure, you say that, but when's the last time we saw Garfield emotionally support John?
Oof.
He emotionally supports him by enjoying his lasagna cooking.
Hold it!
Of course, that makes sense.
That's how he shows his affection. He enjoys the food he makes.
You say you finally realized.
Yes, I've always had a feeling, but
Feelings do not matter in this courtroom.
Hang
I
on!
don't care about your feelings.
I have a question for you, Eve.
We don't really have Luke for this.
Well, it's not the first time I've questioned an animal, and when in doubt, Eve!
just what on earth are you doing, Defender?
No, hold on.
Darklaw.
Usually
This
this
is
tends to
worse
go
for me.
somewhere. I was just...
Confess, Eve. You're the Great Witch.
Eve is Espella's friend, so I was wondering if she might want to have some input.
That's the plot twist. Eve turns out to be the
Can we
Great
have
Witch, and she was
this
secretly
right?
framing Espella. There you go.
You know, you joke.
Very little witness can contribute to the testimony. Seems to be obvious as a glance.
Hey, now, Your Honor, the parrot helped out in the last trial, now didn't it? Is that so? I guess questioning a cat wasn't the best idea. Where's Luke when you need him?
Yeah.
Yeah, where is Luke?
The professor, he chose the wrong team.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, because they
was
decided to
something.
split the party at Endgame.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I just remembered a line from a fairy tale that I heard when I was little. A fairy tale about Bazella.
Uh-oh.
The Great Witch Bazella is always accompanied by a black...
Oh, how convenient.
That's stereotyping, bro.
Well, next you're gonna say, the Great Witch is blonde.
Or so it claimed. It would seem there was a grain of truth in that fairy tale after all.
Only a grain.
That's true. Eve always follows me.
Espella. Well, wait. Always. Hold on.
Oh! Nick, that means...
The cat is Bazella.
Yes.
Yeah, I made that joke already.
Yeah, well, me and Tia made it, in
Well,
unison.
I like dreams of not claiming ownership.
They
That's
must have been together when the incident happened too.
now that she mentions it, I think I saw a black cat at the bell tower when it happened.
Yes, and Eve was also using the flames, as you can see.
Felicia, I would see Felicia Hardy.
Oh yes, Eve was with me in the bell tower.
Oh no.
Your Honor,
Yes, Defender?
the defense requests that Miss Cantabella's comment be added to the testimony. Any objections, lady?
Whatever.
Very well. Request granted. Witness? Add what you just said about that cat in your testimony. To your testimonies. Whatever.
Go ahead and read this new one.
My cat Eve followed me, as always.
Aha! Did she
Green one's a
now?
little hard to read.
Objection! I'm sorry, Espella, but there's a problem with that statement.
It's poorly grammared.
Problem?
That contradiction was so hard it knocked her out of mind control. You went up the bell tower in the evening after it stopped raining, correct?
Yes, I think so. After all,
And a cat went out with you in the rain.
there's proof of that. My footprints were left on the stairs. Sometimes cats don't mind the rain. It's more like, take your pick.
That's
Sometimes
right.
we don't even have a choice.
There were footprints on the steps.
For cats, that's not so much about being wet being the problem, it's about being cold.
However, there's something missing in the sketch. Have you ever taken a cat for a walk?
What do you mean, Defender?
I have not, though I've been with someone taking rabbits on a walk.
There are no paw prints of Espella's cat, Eve.
Objection. She was carrying the cat, of course.
You
Don't
said,
give them ideas, shut up!
yeah, you said Eve was following you, right? In which case, naturally, there would have to be cat paw prints on the stairs as well.
Ah!
Objection!
Objection! And here I thought, you would say something that makes sense. Such a silly assertion is that can be, a silly assertion as that can be easily explained.
How's that?
The cat must have climbed up on the accused's shoulders. Was that not the case, witness? Yes. It was on my shoulders, I think.
You think?
Deep book.
Never mind the fact that
so
she
you
had
know.
clear surprise.
Something's odd here.
I think, therefore I am.
She dislikes it, so when it's muddy, she tends to climb up on my shoulders.
So where are the paw
That must
prints on the
hurt.
shoulders then?
Yeah, that must hurt.
Objection!
Pause.
Then why didn't you say that before? You testified that the cat was following you. And there's the contradiction.
It's...
Objection!
Objection! This is such a thrilling matter, Defender. You would do well to just let it go.
You never really have been in a court, haven't you?
Well, she's the High
No,
Inquisitor. That doesn't usually mean she always has to
Oh,
work.
I get it. It's just a desk job.
Objection!
Yeah, she does the paperwork.
It might seem that way to you, but it has important implications. Ha! It shows that Espella's testimony is unreliable. Well, let me take you to some law school now.
So you're saying your client is unreliable, therefore she must be Espella.
No, I'm saying the witness is unreliable, therefore the defendant is not necessarily guilty. For a while now, Espella hasn't been testifying in her own words. All the vital parts of her testimony have come from High Inquisitor Darklaw. She made Espella say those things.
Objection!
Objection. Are you claiming that I, the High Inquisitor, am responsible for making the accused commit perjury?
Is my
Yes.
suit as blue as Sonic the Hedgehog? Well,
Wow.
if that's not the
It's a
case.
little, it's a little dark.
Well, if
It's
that's not the
exactly
case,
royal
then there's
blue.
one more possibility. Namely, that the witness, Miss Cantabella, has no clear recollection of what happened this evening. I love this about Phoenix. Even though Darklaw tries to pull the same thing on him that she did with Barnum, Phoenix makes sure to have an exit route.
He's
Are you
used to
saying
this
that
bullshit being thrown at him.
Yep.
Yeah, I see just no memory of it.
Do you actually remember what happened, Espella? Do you remember entering the bell tower and summoning the fire dragon?
Yes.
You say you also remember the legendary fire, which burned this town to the ground.
Yes. Yes, I do. Even though it was a long time ago.
And you remember tonight's events just as clearly. Do you truly remember summoning the terrifying fire dragon and killing your own father?
I don't know. I don't know what happened.
There it is.
Gasp.
The turning
I
point.
gasp.
Oh.
I'm Bazella, am I not?
No, Espella, you're not.
I can remember it. The legendary fire, so then why...
Also, as they said, look how Eve is showing so much emotional support.
Yeah, he was just sitting there, chilling.
My feeding tool seems to be in a bit of anguish. I'm sure she'll get through it.
Please, sir.
Your Honor, the defendant is confused and cannot remember what happened. Therefore, her confession that she is the Great Witch is not credible.
Objection.
Objection!
Call
It's
it.
my objection, shut up!
No, I was just calling the objection.
What are you talking about, Defender? She admits that she's Priscilla.
Objection! Her testimony doesn't hold together, to say the least.
Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does.
Duck season.
Duct tape!
Oh?
Rabbit season.
I am more than one person.
Elmer season. Uh-oh.
Who is the other one within me?
That's just your shadow, honey.
Your true self.
Espella!
She really is having a persona moment right now.
Doesn't take long.
Hey, Eve, you want to do something?
This is... No, look at that, it's just standing there.
Call defenders. Carry the accused to the emergency room.
Do it,
Just-
you fucking
Shiroi, are you sure Eve's emotional support is going to do something?
Is someone gonna feed me or what?
A brief summary.
exactly.
We the whole thing of Espella not remembering anything was getting old, so we wrote her out the story. I mean, she became extremely agitated during the interrogation and lost consciousness. She remains unconscious, although her life isn't in danger. Till the verdict, at least.
Well,
Judge, what the fuck?
well, that's a relief. She had me pretty worried there.
What?
Just want to remind you, she may be very well sent to the flames.
That's a fantastic line. Nick, I don't mean to sound insensitive or anything, but this is just what we need.
Great job
Please
passing out,
explain.
Espella.
What the judge
Well,
said.
I'm
lose
not
my
sure
mind.
I follow.
The professor is out looking for clues to help us, right?
Ah.
That means all we've got to do is buy some more time until he returns with his findings.
Got it. So I'm gonna reunion and...
Again, this is another classic case of an attorney final trial that is very common, where Phoenix needs the evidence that some friend of his is trying to get outside of the courtroom, and then of course it was at the very last moment, kind of like with Gumshoe on that one time. So
Also, it's possible that someone at the crime scene was manipulating the defendant. So we're gonna farewell my turnabout, this thing.
Again, as I mentioned in the previous part, this trial is gonna last the entire fucking night, so buckle up, baby.
The defense proposes an intermission to carry out further investigation.
We just started, Bo Phoenix.
What is your opinion on this, Inquisitor Darklaw?
My opinion is that the defender is just playing for time.
Well, just spoil the fun of it, why don't you? She saw right through my plan.
What were you expecting, Phoenix?
Hey, how's Maya's plan?
Your assistant over there was yelling the plan out loud. It wasn't exactly hard to pick up on. However, I shall allow it. As long, of course, as the townsfolk who have gathered here have no objections.
I had to go to the bathroom, so it's fine by me.
Very well then.
Aw, but we just started!
You-
I was hoping that this would be...
Citizens of Labyrinthia, do you object? Press yes to vote yes or no to vote no.
Wait! Hold it!
What happened?
Who it is?
That.
You!
You, defender, stop messing around.
I object!
What he said.
Oh boy, here
Well, at
we
least
go.
it's not a Mia.
Out of this.
Imagine.
He's gonna show up, ain't
He
he?
said.
Maybe.
We know everything.
Great.
Sure, Roy, come on, we gotta go free for free.
What he said.
also Shiroi about Eve. See, Shiroi, this is why he takes on himself to take cats down a peg.
We shall do
Okay, folks, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for one of the most memorable moments in anything Ace Attorney.
And
Order.
again, not to sound insensitive, but I dare ask, why are his feelings my problem?
If anyone here should be silenced, it is not us, but that defender over there! Huh? How did you get down there so quickly?
Espella, like, to the edge. Where is she right now?
In the emergency room, Shiroi. You ask who we are? We are the ones who watch the bell tower, guard the bell tower, and take cover from rain in the bell tower. We are the knights who say knee! We are the bell tower guards, known as the Vigilantes, and I am their captain!
Oh, right. That guy showed up at the crime scene when we were trying to investigate it.
Oh goody, so this is our moment to get courtroom revenge on him. You there! You! Defender! Yes? What was it you said earlier? While taking the advantage of all the confusion, like the rascal you are. You said someone at the crime scene may have been manipulating the accused. We vigilantes were at the crime scene. Are you suggesting we were manipulating that witch? No, 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 no! That's totally not what I don't think you can silence us like that! We shall have our say now! Oh boy, they sure will. No matter what anyone else has to say about it. We are the vigilantes, dutiful and righteous, superior, happy, fulfilled on the job. Our passion is burning and our blood is red!
Phoenix, this is the distraction you needed. Go with it.
Oh, you have no idea how right you are, Shiroi.
I disapprove of violence, the burning of witches being a necessary exception, naturally.
Of
Were you
course.
going to say something, Pedro? In which case, it's best to just let them have their say.
Ah? Oh dear.
You may not know this, but it's not unusual for the accused to fall unconscious in this cold.
Gee, I wonder why. No kidding. I mean, you're only being accused of being a witch and being sent to the flames. Why are you such a baby and passing out?
Let us lend our ears to these brave knights.
Very well. These knights will be accepted as witnesses. They may testify.
People of Labyrinthia, did you hear the word of the judge?
Sounds
No,
like
sorry, I
we're getting
missed
the
that.
trial
Say it again.
extension.
Well, we wanted to go to the toilet.
Today's trial is not over yet. In fact, it is
It's
just
only
beginning.
the beginning.
Oh, and she...
There will be no bathroom breaks allowed for the next 5 hours.
Hey, Jovah, so what she's saying is, we're only at the beginning of this one-way nightmare.
Yes.
Now, Vigilante Captain Boystrom,
Boystrom, I think.
you may testify to your heart's content.
Lady Darklaw, thank you for this honor. Let me just go get the others. I will talk to my heart's content. You can be sure of that.
This is perfect.
Oh, joy.
So much for buying some time. Maya,
Technically, this will buy time.
Especially when you see our witnesses. We have...
this guy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
What?
7, 8,
Oh.
9, and 10! Objection! Wait a minute! What the heck is this?
10
We vigilantes despise injustice and inequality. We shall remain united, friendly, confident, and self-reliant. Also, there are a lot of us. You be that one, Blibs.
We have come to do away with this fiendish defender trying to protect the witch.
You be that one, Tio.
We shall fight and we shall protect our country. We will defend her.
Also, did someone just pass out there?
Yeah,
Yes.
whatever. Did I just hear something crash onto the floor?
Feeling of this too.
Honorable Vigilantes, let us first hear your proud name.
I'm
Okay.
not confident that all 10 of them are honorable, Darklaw.
I am
No.
Vigilante number 1, the captain of this unit. My name is Boystrom.
I'm Vigilante number 2. My name is Lottalance.
I'll be this one. I am Vigilante number 3. The name's Bullmoon. They say dogs that bark don't bite, but I assure you, I do bite. You beat this one, Tio, yeah?
Vigilante number 4, name's Livewood.
Pedro, you be number 5.
Oh god.
Of course. I'm Vigilante number 5. My name is Shaky.
What happened to this guy?
Are you okay?
You also be number 6, Pedro.
Vigilante number 6, I'm no more than a hopeless slave to love. My humble name is Serious.
And Shiroi, you'll obviously be number 7.
With the fabulous hair.
Yes.
I'm the Steel Angel gracing the Vigilantes with my sweet presence. My name is Foxy. Don't you dare forget it.
Well, I see the
Oh,
storyteller
absolutely
had his
not.
priorities in
Her
order
hair
when
is
he named these.
fantastic.
Yes, yes it is. You also be this one, Pedro.
It's nothing but that you Foxy still hears its back. You can call me Trevin.
Kids were able to play. By the way, kids were able to play this game. Dwibs, you be this
is
one.
amazing.
Vigilante number 9. I go by the name Sizzle Tackle Chun Chun Chukamil.
Is that a
Oh,
Welsh
wow.
name?
I think the cat walks on the keyboard.
I'm pretty sure that's a Celtic name of some scribe.
Yeah, it's a Welsh name. I'm calling it.
Not some
Yeah,
cat.
this is the name of a
And
town.
Tio, you be this
I
one.
am the town vigilante. Nothing more, nothing less. Just that.
Dude, what are you doing here?
You know what's sad?
Hey, Felix said he was supposed to get a job.
You know what's sad?
Sure.
He got closer to being a knight than Nightle did. Think about that for a moment.
That's sad.
I can't remember that many new names and faces
Oh,
at
Judge,
once.
so you can remember all the names of the Pokemon, but you cannot remember these 10 names?
Well, anyway, honourable witnesses, you may testify about this evening's incident in the next part.
This is
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be fun.
It's gonna be
Tell
a
us about
mess.
everything you saw on this dreadful night.
So yes, I am not kidding, folks. In the next part, we get the first ever trial to have 10 witnesses. And yes,
Which is still the top record for the franchise.
you do testify them all at once. Have fun.
Well, that's kind of the main gimmick that was introduced in this game. So obviously, Shiro, I remember that video that we both watched that tried to remove all the tragedy out of Van. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So be it cut of what you asked for. Also, just
True.
to finish off with the logic, Shiro, look, this is very easy to prove that Bazella is the Great Witch here. Simple. Okay, we burn witches, correct, Shiro?
Yes.
Okay. So, what else do you burn? Wood. Right?
I was gonna say toast, but sure.
So, obviously, witches are made of wood. Right? So,
If you say so.
does wood float in water?
I mean, yes.
Okay. What else floats in water?
Apparently witches.
No. Lips, what else floats in water?
Ducks.
A duck. So,
yeah.
logically, as Terry Jones said in that movie, logically, if she weighs the same as a duck, she's made of wood. And therefore, a witch!
Of course, that's
A.
foolproof logic.
And like the woman accused in that movie said, it's only fair. So, hey, makes sense to me. I don't know.
All right, tune in for the next part where, yes, the final trial really does show you one of the reasons why it is the final trial.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah.